It is a gorgeous day outside. Hey guys, and welcome to Thursday. So far, pretty average Thursday. Busy schedule, still trying to edit vlogs. And, oh yeah, t-shirts came in. This is a medium. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit big, but let's see real quick. Actually, it doesn't fit that bad. Although I am still wearing my other shirt underneath it right now. Take that off, maybe it'll make a difference, but it's not a terrible fit. The funny part is Viola actually got a medium as well, so on her it's definitely gonna be big. Because if it fits me just so, yeah. Another thing that happened today was I presented my monologue again for a second time. It went really well, I think. I unfortunately forgot to film it. But one of these days I might ask someone to hold the camera because I feel like I don't want to do it in front of a camera. Later tonight there is a murder mystery event going on, so I'll probably be bringing my camera to that. But that's probably gonna be it. It's kind of a quiet Thursday, and then I'm going home tomorrow, so I'm not gonna prepare for that until tomorrow. Although I might have to do a little bit of packing because my mom's gonna be here earlier than normal. Just because I have an eye appointment at 1:45. I think that's the time. We'll see how that goes. If you could. Okay. Wait, hang on.
Oh my god, Melissa, alright? Alright.
Wow, this is turning out to be an interesting night already. They've really changed it up from last year. Basically, they're gonna make it so that the suspects go to each of these tables that are set up. And we get to basically talk to them there. This will be interesting, to say the least. We are trying to figure out the murderer. Okay. See how this goes.
Read the bio. I'm gonna go say hi.
We're at a conundrum right now because we can't figure out it. We haven't said anything yet. We're trying to figure that out now.
It's Ruby.
You're thinking Ruby?
She's the mob boss. Yeah, she has a kid.
Wait, what?
She's a mob boss.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from? Ben. No, Ben.
Why would he lie about being a mob boss, though? Like, when did that even come up?
That didn't come up at all. What the crap?
And she has a gun?
That was, is he talking about June? Does it make more sense to talk if he's talking about June? Because
But June and Ruby could have a gun.
they could both have a gun, but we never heard anything about. And where the heck did the whole mob boss come from?
And how would someone ask that? I mean, like, you could talk about, like, asking about the mob, and then she would be like, oh, well, I'm a mob boss. No one admits to being a mob boss.
Unless you ask them up front, then maybe they'll answer that or that. Ben, are you just messing with us?
No, her name is Red. Red, her name was like, the mob boss name was like nicknamed Red something.
Red. Did she actually say I'm the mob boss?
I think someone figured it out. Like with the eyes. I don't know. It was her that said that. Yeah, it makes sense.
Elsie said it?
Do we need to go back and ask people again?
They're all gone.
Wow. Well, apparently we're missing some big clues to figure out this mystery.
Well, I think it might be Ruby. I mean, it would make sense that Ruby would name herself after the mob boss thing. It would make sense that she.
Everybody's dancing.
I mean, it would make sense that she would do that to herself. And if
She is the one that was lying the most, what it seems, potentially lying the most.
from what information that we got before, and her saying that. But then also Elsie, like, it's weird that Elsie didn't have any information, but I think that was one, lack of bio.
Yeah.
And also, she would have a more bio if she didn't. They wouldn't just give her, like, you are Elsie and that's it.
Yeah.
that, they would have given her a lot more because she would have had a lot more involvement. So I'm thinking more of Ruby, and we know she does smoke, and that would explain the cigarette.
And considering we've been told that she was seen with Fanny going into the bathroom, or wherever the heck it was, but she denied that. So either the person who told us that was lying about the fact that she went with Fanny, or she did go with Fanny and she's lying about that.
I kind of feel Ruby. I didn't like her from the beginning.
You figure it out?
No.
Hey guys.
I broke a crystal ball. I was bouncing it off the window and it broke.
Bravo.
I didn't think it'd break against glass because it's squishy, but it broke.
Anyways,
All the
our event is starting to draw to a close. We will soon announce the winner, and we will take the box that have the name of the correct suspect, and we will draw 3 names, and those 3 people will win some prizes. So please go ahead and sit down, get comfortable, and enjoy the last few minutes socializing with those around you. Thank you.
Last few minutes socializing. What do you think is going to cut that last few minutes off?
We should probably have a moment of silence for the victim. I mean, come on.
That sounded like a threat. Last few moments. Good dang.
He's gonna kill all of them.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Well, I mean, what happened last year is like there was also another. I love how I keep referencing last year. There was another murder during the event. Like it was a skit last year, more so than what they're doing right now.
What happens to the Caterpillar Club happens here, and they shoot us all up. I think no one alive. Surprise ending. Maybe.
Mass murder.
I think you're all the victims.
You both did.
That would go over well with the youth.
Don't worry, if that happens, I'm going to yell I called it right before I get low down.
It seems as though everyone has a motive to kill Fanny Birchwood, but who actually bumped her off?
Not everyone really has
You
a
were
motive.
instructed to find the person who had the motive, means, and opportunity to kill Fanny Birchwood, and there was only one person here who had all 3 of those things. Ruby Miller. Ruby is not who she pretends to be. She plays the part of a fun-loving flapper, but the truth is that she is one of the worst gangsters the world has ever seen. Being a woman gangster is no easy task, and she has to be willing to do things that show her gang, as well as rival organizations, what she's made of. Things like shooting up the Caterpillar Club and killing everyone inside. Known as Red Eye Carslow, the red derived from her real name, Ruby, Ruby Miller has been sweeping the country, moving in on other gangsters' territory and either wiping them out or running them out of town. Based on how easy it was for her scout to convince both Leonard and Hazel to backstab Lucky Coleman and join her gang instead, she knew it wouldn't be hard to take over his territory. The Carslow gang thought everyone in the Caterpillar Club was dead. Fanny, who was there to meet someone on behalf of Lucky, hit the floor when the bullets started to fly. Moments later, a man fell on her, dead. Barely able to breathe beneath the dead man, Fanny passed out briefly, and when she came to a few minutes later, the barrage of bullets had stopped and the Carslow gang had retreated. Fanny escaped from under the dead man and made a run for it. Red Eye Carslow is no fool, though, and she left behind a member of her gang, dressed as a hobo, to watch the police investigation. This hobo watched Fanny flee down the back alley and recognized her from the Half Moon Club. The gang decided to stop by tonight and have a little chat with Fanny Birchwood to determine what she knew and whether she recognized Ruby. It was clear from her reaction to seeing Ruby tonight that she did. Red Eye Carslow is not one to let others do the dirty work for her. She enjoys getting her hands dirty far too much to let anyone else have the fun. And so she followed Fanny to the washroom, and when she was alone, pulled her out into the alley. There, she lit a cigarette for Fanny, dropping her last match in the exchange. Fanny hadn't even finished her cigarette when Ruby shot her. Ruby Miller then returned to the hallway where she shared a smoke with Fred and planned to return to the party for a short period of time before she and her gang would leave quietly, returning another night to inflict the same damage upon the Half Moon Club as they did the Caterpillar Club, if Lucky didn't leave town. Ruby Miller, aka Red Eye Carslow, is guilty of the Flapper murder at the 1920s Speakeasy and is under arrest. And now we'll announce who won the prizes.
So I didn't even know I was the murderer, so. Yeah, they wouldn't tell us, so I just found out.
Interesting.
Kaylee Heiner. The next person is James Adams.
Thomas!
don't know, I still feel like there's just like, it became too obvious at the end almost, like after that. That's why I was like, no, there's gotta be like some kind of catch. There's always a catch.
The catch was no one knew the murder except for the person that pointed it out.
Yep. That was an extreme close-up on your face.
And then the final winner is Felicia Powell.
That's my name.
Yeah, I was thinking that almost.
I already saw
Oh, I love, this is actually not too bad.
it. I have not seen this.
It's
Thank you.
2012, something like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we get one more last round of applause for both Foul Play and Murder Mystery Club and our jazz ensemble?
Let's do it!
People are way too happy about somebody dying.
Yeah. Well, that was an uneventful murder.
It was. I think we should change it up. I think I would like better a skit and like try to figure it out on my own than like talking to each people and having this limited amount of time.
Well, not even that. It's like they would have the skit, then there would be the intermission where you had the time to talk to them and just either socialize or do something else. And then they would finish off the skit. There wasn't even a prize for guessing it right that time. It was just you guessed it for the sake of guessing. Hello.
Do you want to go to late night?
It's not late night time yet. It's 8:20 right now. This thing started at 7.
That took like an hour and a half.
Yeah, this is where it took longer last time. We got back. Well, we were both kind of right. It's just like you chose more towards that, and I was like, okay, I'll just cover Hazel just in case. And we said we were gonna share the prize if either of us won, but neither of us won.
a teacher. What the fuck?
There's a ghost.
It was Ben. It wasn't a ghost. That's why she said, hi, Ben, and he walked by.
Yeah, I was looking at the stairwell because that's where I saw her eyes go, so I looked at the stairwell and I
She
was
was
like,
right behind you.
I kind of figured, but I can pretend it's a ghost, considering I feel like I'm haunted half the time anyway.
First grade photo was what I was tagged in if anyone sees it on Facebook. I'm too excited. I'm actually adorable in it, so.
I'm at that point where I'm tired, but I don't want to go to bed. But I'm tired. Knowing me, I'll probably end up crashing in a little bit. It's almost midnight, so. Hey, I'm not ending this up at 1 in the morning the next day. Well, I'm going home tomorrow, so hopefully some fun stuff will happen. I don't know. I'm not going back for very long. Most of tomorrow's going to be driving down there, eye appointment, then seeing a show. Saturday, don't know what we're going to do. And then Sundays, head back here. Guess we'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Toodles.